Orale, Cholo Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shouts to all the junkies out there. And it was the debut of one Mr. Joe Tessitore. Oh, yes, man. You had Wade Barrett that went ahead and introduced him. They both meet in the middle of the ring, and Joe Tessitore brings the action, man. So, I was nervous with Joe Tessitore coming in to call wrestling. I've it was no secret. I've let it be known. I am a fan of Joe Tessitore. Him calling college football, calling Monday night football, and calling boxing, especially because I'm a huge boxing fan. So I'm very familiar with his work. I was just concerned because he hasn't called wrestling before. So that was my concern. And I'm like, well, it's a different ball game, man. But I gotta tell you guys this. After watching Monday Night Raw and seeing his performance, he's gonna be just fine. He's gonna be just fine. And the fact that he's actually called sports like boxing, football, he's commentated outside of the world of wrestling. Just hearing his voice brings a certain sense of professionalism. His enthusiasm, his energy when it needed to be there, it was there. Now, you could go ahead and split hairs and criticize if you want. The fact that when the camera was on him, he'd make eye contact with the camera, but he'd also be looking down at his notes a lot. I'm assuming to, make sure he's getting all the names right. But I mean, you're splitting hairs. I heard some people say, like, hey, he used the word fight when Braun Strowman was coming in, and he should use the word wrestle. Yeah, I guess. I've heard the word fight in wrestling before. But yeah, I mean, you could split hairs here and there, right? But again, it was his first time, and he did a great job alongside Wade Barrett. And one thing that I did like is the fact that it didn't seem like they were warming up to one another. I like their disagreements. I like the way they were talking to each other. It seemed like if they've known each other for years. It wasn't like when two people just meet and it's like, okay, I gotta watch the way I talk to you because we don't really know each other like that. It's not, it wasn't like that. It was like they've known each other for years. The way they disagreed with each other, the way they talked with each other. It was cool, man. It was cool. I liked it. I did. Now, Wade Barrett, I've been saying it before. I like Wade Barrett. I don't think he's great at it, but I think he's good enough. And Joe Tessitore, I was just a little concerned because he was coming from other sports and he wasn't really in the wrestling world. But after watching Monday Night Raw, I got no issues. I was a big fan of Mauro Ronaldo. I really, truly was. And unfortunately, I guess there was some issue with JBL, but then Mauro Ronaldo came out and said, no, that's not what it really was. It was the traveling schedule. I don't know what to believe, but I really, really enjoyed Mauro Ronaldo. I really did. But we got Joe Tessitore, and you know what? I think the commentary is going to be just fine. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And just hearing his voice in sports and now hearing his voice in the WWE, it just honestly, man, it's just soothing. It just really is. I like it. I like it, man. So you guys let me know. What did you guys think of Joe Tessitore on Monday Night Raw? And by the way, it's Monday Night Raw. It's supposed to be, the mother show, the flagship show. I don't know if everybody still considers it that, but man, I mean, the professionalism and for him to take on that job, like it's not like he went to NXT. I mean, he is on, the flagship show, man. So big ups to him. I thought he did a great job, man. You guys let me know. What did you guys think about Joe Tessitore calling Monday Night Raw? Do you think it's going to be all good, man? Do you think he lasts? Do you think they get rid of him in the near future? Or do you think he's here to stay? Total Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shouts to all the junkies. Catch you guys on next one.